film shoot depends on precise time tracking, starting with the clock-in procedures to monitor every second on set. Your first move is to power up the monitoring system and check for any overnight updates to the shooting schedule. Arranging your tools ensures that all time entries can be logged quickly during the busy filming routine. You verify the daily call times against the master schedule to confirm no conflicts or delays for today. Time ticks away silently, dictating the rhythm of each scene and every crew member's movement on set. Logging the initial time entries sets the foundation for accurate tracking throughout the entire shooting day. Synchronizing with the crew call board ensures that all departments are aligned with the same timeline for the shoot. The organized chaos of the desk reflects the meticulous routine required to keep the film production on schedule. Ensuring all clocks are synchronized prevents any discrepancies in time reporting during critical filming moments. Meeting with the coordinator confirms that the daily timeline is set and ready for the first scene of the shoot. The schedule on the monitor is the visual blueprint that guides every action and decision on the film set today. Inputting data into the TimeLog software ensures real-time tracking and easy access for future reports. Checking all timing equipment, like stopwatches, guarantees accuracy when logging scene durations and breaks. As time progresses, the set awakens, and your role in monitoring every minute becomes even more crucial. Preparing the daily time report template streamlines the process of recording all events and delays during the shoot. Verifying call times for each department prevents overlaps and ensures smooth transitions between scenes on set. Setting alarms for important milestones helps you stay ahead and alert the crew to upcoming schedule changes. A final check ensures that every time tracking tool is functional and ready for the hectic shooting day ahead. The timekeeper's station is prepared, symbolizing the routine precision required to manage the film set's timeline. With everything in place, you wait for the first call, poised to track every second of the fictional film production. In the time sync stage, every clock and schedule must align with crew calls to keep the fictional production on track. The first delay call comes in at 7:45 a.m., requiring an immediate update to the schedule for the camera team's extended setup. Inputting the delay logs a 5-minute adjustment, which will be factored into the overall production timeline for accuracy. The visual schedule now reflects real-time changes, serving as the central reference for all crew members on set. Discussing the delay with the lighting coordinator ensures their team's schedule is synchronized with a new timeline. Moving the alarm to 8:15 a.m. accounts for the delay and alerts you to the next critical moment in the shoot. Cross-referencing ensures that the prop department's call time is also adjusted, preventing any conflicts on set. Documenting the delay on paper provides a physical backup to the digital logs, adding an extra layer of accuracy. Monitoring the elapsed time helps calculate if the production can catch up or if further adjustments are needed. A positive update shortens the delay to 3 minutes, allowing for a slight recovery in the daily schedule. Passing the updated note ensures that the sound team is informed of the revised timing for their setup. All clocks now read the same time, symbolizing the successful synchronization of the film set's timekeeping systems. Reviewing the full schedule confirms that all departments are aligned and ready to proceed with the next scene. Setting the lunch alarm to 12:18 p.m. instead of 12:15 p.m. accommodates the total delay incurred so far. Printing the timesheet creates a hard copy for archival purposes and easy reference during meetings. The organized desk with all time documents represents the meticulous routine required to manage the set's timeline. A brief pause at 8:30 a.m. allows you to reset before continuing to track the ongoing production schedule. Updating the shift log documents all time adjustments and delays for the production manager's evening review. Verifying afternoon call times prevents any scheduling issues as the shoot moves into the next phase of the day. Completing the synchronization ensures that the film set is back on track, ready for the operation stage ahead. Beginning the operation stage, you now monitor the shoot closely, logging every minute to maintain the production schedule accurately. Watching the monitor helps you track the current scene's progress against the planned timeline of 23 minutes. Recording the take start at 9:15 a.m. ensures precise logging for the production manager's later review. Setting the stopwatch to 0 allows you to measure the exact duration of this critical scene setup. The synchronized clocks symbolize the relentless routine of timekeeping that governs every moment on the fictional film set. Incorporating the delay into the schedule keeps the timeline accurate and prevents future conflicts during shooting. Documenting the delay in the shift log creates a record for accountability and helps adjust subsequent scene timings. Verifying the clock ensures that the adjusted schedule aligns with the physical time displayed in the set room. Setting the alarm for 10:30 a.m. reminds you to pause and assess the cumulative time spent on the shoot. The organized desk setup reflects the meticulous routine required to manage the film set's complex timekeeping systems. Checking the progress bar shows that the shoot is 70% complete, keeping pace with the daily schedule. Recording the rep time at 10:05 a.m. adds another data point to the timesheet for accurate production tracking. Comparing the times reveals a minor variance of 3 minutes, which you note for adjustment in the next phase. Updating the timesheet for the upcoming scene ensures that all departments are aware of the revised start time. The bustling set activity underscores the routine of timekeeping that silently orchestrates the entire fictional production day. Saving the logs secures all time data recorded so far, ready for the afternoon session's continuous monitoring. Discussing the schedule with the coordinator ensures alignment and addresses any time-related concerns before the break. Switching the monitor to the afternoon schedule prepares you for the next routine phase of time tracking. A brief pause at 10:45 a.m. allows you to reset before continuing the routine of logging times for the rest of the day. Logging the scene end time completes another routine cycle, keeping the production on track for the scheduled lunch break. Entering the operation phase, you monitor the shoot and log times meticulously to keep the fictional production on schedule. Waiting for the crew to finish setup, you note the current time of 1:15 p.m. to record the scene's delayed start accurately. The stopwatch measures every second of waiting, essential for precise timekeeping in the film set's daily routine. Adjusting the schedule for the delay ensures all departments are synchronized and aware of the revised shooting timeline. Recording the wait time of 15 minutes adds to the timesheet for accurate tracking of the production's pace. The organized timekeeping tools highlight the routine of waiting and monitoring that defines the fictional set's operation. Discussing the delayed start with the coordinator helps align the schedule and address any time-related adjustments needed. Logging the scene start time at 1:45 p.m. marks the end of waiting and the beginning of active shooting monitoring. The bustling activity contrasts with the silent waiting periods, underscoring the timekeeper's role in the fictional routine. Watching the scene unfold, you prepare to log its end time, ensuring the production stays within the scheduled window. Waiting for the signal allows you to accurately note the scene wrap time, a key moment in the timekeeping routine. The ticking clock reminds you of the constant passage of time that must be tracked during every waiting period. Recording the end time completes another cycle, helping maintain the schedule for the next scene's preparation phase. Comparing time reveals a slight overrun, which you note for adjustment in the ongoing operation of the fictional shoot. Updating the timesheet ensures that the next scene starts on time, minimizing further waiting periods on set. The act of writing times symbolizes the meticulous routine of waiting and logging that governs the film set's day. Informing the coordinator about the updated time keeps everyone aligned and reduces unnecessary waiting during transitions. Monitoring the progress bar shows that the operation phase is advancing, with careful time tracking preventing delays. A brief pause during waiting allows you to reset before continuing the routine of logging times for the remainder of the day. Saving the time logs secures all data recorded so far, ready for the next waiting and monitoring cycle in the operation. Waiting for the scene to end allows you to log the precise wrap time, ensuring the schedule stays on track for the fictional production. The pen symbolizes the meticulous waiting and recording that defines every moment of the timekeeper's routine on set. Recording the end time and verifying it against the plan prevents errors and maintains accuracy during the waiting periods. Communicating delays ensures everyone adjusts their waiting, keeping the fictional shoot synchronized and on schedule. The highlighted list shows how waiting times are managed and updated to reflect real-time changes in the operation. Watching the progress bar approach completion signals that the waiting for this phase is nearly over in the routine. Updating the timesheet prepares for the last waiting interval, ensuring all logs are ready before wrap-up. The clock and packing activity highlight the transition from active shooting to the waiting for day-end procedures. Checking the logs one last time ensures no waiting periods are unaccounted for as the operation concludes. Saving and signaling marks the end of the operation phase, ready for the clock-out routine in this fictional day. The clock-out stage begins, where you wrap up the day by submitting reports and preparing for the next shift in the routine. Printing the reports is the first step in clocking out, transitioning from waiting to finalizing the day's data. The organized desk reflects the careful waiting and logging that has accumulated over the entire fictional production day. Handing over the reports completes the submission process, reducing waiting for approvals and closing the timekeeping duties. Cleaning the desk symbolizes the end of the waiting and monitoring routine, preparing for a fresh start tomorrow. The empty set and ticking clock emphasize the silence after a day of waiting and activity in the fictional shoot. Finalizing the shift log secures all time data, ensuring no waiting periods are missed in the daily record. Preparing tomorrow's schedule involves anticipating waiting times and planning to keep the fictional production on track. The circled date and clock remind you of the ongoing cycle of waiting and timekeeping that will resume in the next shift. Turning off the monitor and leaving marks the end of your waiting and logging duties for this fictional film set day. Returning for a final item reminds you of the long day spent monitoring time and waiting for calls on the fictional set, with 15 hours logged. The empty set now waits silently, a stark contrast to the busy hours of scheduling and timekeeping earlier in the routine. Securing the backup drive ensures that no waiting or logging data is lost after the fictional production day ends, safeguarding 30 reports. A brief conversation about tomorrow's schedule involves coordinating wait times and ensuring everyone is synchronized for the next 8 a.m. shift. The clock continues to tick, marking the end of your waiting duties and the precise passage of time on the fictional set. Sending the email submission completes the digital aspect of timekeeping, reducing any waiting for manual approvals with a single click. Waiting for the confirmation email is the last procedural step before you can fully conclude your timekeeping responsibilities for the day. The organized chair and task list symbolize the preparedness for another day of waiting and time management on the fictional set. Receiving the confirmation email means all 20 waiting periods are logged and approved, closing the timekeeping cycle for today effectively. Shutting down the computer marks the definitive end of monitoring and waiting, ready to leave the fictional film set routine. A final walkthrough ensures that no time is wasted tomorrow on setup, keeping the production schedule efficient and avoiding delays. The dark and quiet set emphasizes the completion of a day filled with waiting, logging, and time coordination in the routine. Handing over the physical schedule finalizes the preparation for the next shift, involving more waiting and time tracking starting at dawn. Waiting for the manager's review is a brief procedural pause before you can officially end your duties on the fictional set.
kalendeme.
Your badge and the clock signify the identity and time invested in today's waiting and timekeeping routine on the film set. The final approval and exchange mark the successful wrap-up of all time-related tasks for this fictional production day's routine. Walking out with the crew reinforces the collective effort of waiting and managing time throughout the long 12-hour shooting day. The dusk parking lot scene symbolizes the transition from a day of intense waiting and scheduling to personal time offset. Getting into your car and glancing back reminds you of the waiting and timekeeping that will resume tomorrow on the fictional set. Driving away from the set concludes your role as timekeeper, with all waiting and logging completed for this fictional day's shift.